Good evening. This is the Elliott Wave update for the NASDAQ 100 for Wednesday, March 2nd, 2022. Markets traded in a little bit tighter range today. Didn't break down, didn't break up, traded in a range. It was a decent range, and we did see some very strong rallies in the Dow and also in the NASDAQ and also in the S&P. Now, what is going on with where we're at and what could possibly take place now? As I left off, I had put the minor wave 2 right here and had left it that we could do a small little rally here, but then the market needed to come down and break back below 13,900 to complete this first 5 down, and then do a little bit larger pullback or bounce. And we didn't get that. And so what I'm now doing is I'm presenting this. It is not cast in stone, so it doesn't mean that this is exactly what's going to happen, because it can be a little bit confusing as we continue to burn up time rather than price. So first of all, we did get that nice ABC up, but then this left 3 waves. As best as I can tell, it left 3 waves. It may end up being a 5. Well, right now I'm counting it as a 3. I'm putting in a label of an X wave there. And if it is, and this does end up being minute 1, this could be minute 2. But this, to me, appears to be looking like it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're getting it a 5, which will take us above 14,327. Now, if we get that 5 and it doesn't break 14,327, then I could reverse it back. So this is not cast in stone. Again, I'm just making the presentation. It still could be the endpoint for minor wave 2 right here. This could be minute 1 of minor 3, minute 2 of minor 3, and we're ready to fall off that cliff, as I discussed. So again, we have enough going on all around us to really kick some serious downside into play. And without that, we see that there is still a large amount of money flowing back into tech. And we saw that today. And initially, it seemed to be focused on 1 or 2 or 3 of the tech stocks, and then it broadened. And once that happened, we saw some stronger pushes higher. And then it was more evenly distributed amongst all of the NASDAQ stocks. And so that leaves open the potential that we're going to see an additional influx tomorrow. And if that's the case, I would suspect that we would rise up and we would break 14,327. So here's how I'm going to leave it for today. We have the potential to get back up to 4406, 4407, around in that area. Again, double 618. One is for the minor wave 2, and the other one is for the minor wave 2, and the other one would be for, we gotta go out so I can find out which one it's for. It would be for actually it is the minor wave 2. It could be all the way up to that 618, and that would be the level that the C wave, now I go back, now I got it. Pardon me, it's been a very long day. It would be the minor wave 2, instead of ending here, would end up higher. This is possibility, but this would be ideal because this is where wave C would equal 0.618 of wave A, and minor 2 would equal 0.618 of minor 1. So it's a double dose of resistance right there. So that's why I'm presenting what I'm presenting, because we need to continue to call and allow for that finishing rally up to 14,406. And again, I'm going to leave it the same way I did yesterday. We did come down at one point and we broke below all the moving averages, and it looked like we were going to finish. It stopped on a dime, they rallied it back, and then they just pushed. From 11 o'clock, they just pushed, and they did not stop, and they bought it for the rest of the day. So again, I will be looking for upside, and I think we could be as strong tomorrow as we were today in terms of putting on another 200 plus points. But 200 from here brings us right square in the nose to 14,406. So that is one scenario. Again, we've already gotten all above all the moving averages on the hourly. They a little bit flat, but they are aligned to go up. So there's the 4, the 8, the 20, the 15, the 200. They're aligned to go up. If they were going in the other direction, then they'd all be below the 200 and then they'd be aligned to go down. I don't see that now. But again, from here, if we start to break the 8, the 20, the 50, and the 200 coming off, then I'm going to be looking for more strength to the downside. But here we are sitting in, and it has to break, and it has to break with conviction. It can't just sit and waffle around and rally back. It has to be a serious thing. They rally back and they just smack it and they bring it right back down. So the selling has to be more intense. That's what's going to push it all the way through and change this little mini trend that we got going back to the downside and put us in alignment for a third wave. Because again, it would be the beginning of that third wave. And so this is what I've been looking for, to kick it off, not going a little bit and then buying it back. It's going, and each time somebody wants to pop their head up as a buyer, they get smashed, and it just keeps going in the downside direction. So upside, we can cap it hopefully at 14,406. That's our next resistance. It is finding some here, 14,268. It only got up to 290, but that was on a tail, and then it blew it back down. And then we will have some resistance at just price resistance at 14,327.28. And then we're in the clear to get ourselves up there. Again, this is a double resistance zone, and it would line up perfectly all the way around to have that complete there. So downside, we got the scenario. Upside, we got the scenario. I'm going to leave it there. Our next update will be on Thursday, March 3rd.